So today we're gonna start our segment of Peruvian food, and we're gonna cook Quinua Atamalada, which is quinoa, and with some ingredients that are some of them Peruvian and some of them you can find them in other places. All right, so let's begin. Okay, guys, so for these you will need some ingredients. First of all, we have some onions that are chopped like these. Okay, some garlic. Then we have cheese. Actually, this one is called paria cheese, but you can have any other kind of cheese. Better if it's like these, like white. Then we have some chili. This is ají amarillo. Okay, I actually blended with some water, and that's how you make these. Then we got this one, which is ají panca, another chili. And we're gonna give you in the description, and also over here you can see that how these are, if you wanna see them in the market. Maybe in their countries you can find also these ones like these, like a chili sauce. Okay, it's actually the chili blend with some water, and that's how you get this. And well, obviously some milk. In our case, I'm using light milk. You can use any brand actually. And over here you got the quinoa. This is quinoa that is boiled. I boil it with some water, and that's it for around 20 minutes. And this is how you get. It should get like these. I don't know if you can see. So it's not crunchy anymore. Right now it's like soft. That's how you know that quinoa is okay. All right, let's begin with our preparation. All right, guys, so I just turned it on here. This is a pot, and I'm gonna put it right here so it's not 180 degrees, like 180 or 175 degrees. I'm gonna put some oil. Could be any kind of oil, actually. This is how you do the dressing, all right? You just have to wait until it's hot. So far it's not, so we're just gonna wait. Okay, now that it's already hot, I'm going to put some of my onions in there. So as you could see, it was a red onion or a purple onion, and we just have to put the onions here and like for 5 minutes until they get color white. Okay, once they turn like this, now you're gonna pour some garlic on it, chopped garlic, or you can have also the garlic blended with some water. We're just going to mix them right here. All the dressings in Peru actually, or the majority of them, are with garlic, onions, the chilies that are ají amarillo and ají panca. Okay, so again you have to wait for 5 more minutes until they get a point, and then we put the ají amarillo and ají panca there. Okay, so it's still like this. You should be careful with your dressing because if this is like, or sorry, with this sauce, because if this turns like dark brown, then it means that it's burning. So after that, we're gonna pour some of these ají amarillo, the chili. And again, mix it a little bit. And wait for 5 more minutes, one more time. As you can see, it's in 180 degrees still. I really like the smelling of this. When you have a good smell, it means that you are doing it in the correct way. Okay, so 5 more minutes have passed, and I'm going to put some of the ají panca, which is the red chili. Okay, and you're gonna continue mixing it so that it gets one only color. So should be like this, like between orange and red. It's boiling right now. Okay, so now I believe that it got a nice color. After 5 minutes, as I told you, then we're gonna continue with the quinoa. Okay, we're gonna pour the quinoa into this dressing, and we're gonna mix it. Okay, I am pouring the quinoa right now. This is actually like 1 cup of quinoa. I just boiled it for around 20 minutes, and now I have to mix it with what we got before. Okay, make sure that everything is of the same color so that you get everything done. Okay, so I have mixed it with this spoon, and it got this color. This is quinoa with the sauce that we got before, and again it's in 180 degrees Celsius. So I'm just gonna wait again 5 minutes so that it starts like boiling, and then I will put some milk on it, and finally some cheese. Okay guys, so as you can see, it's already boiling a little bit. Do you hear that sound? We're gonna wait just some more. Yeah, it's boiling. Look at this. Okay, we're gonna wait some more. Okay, it's boiling a little more, so right now I'm gonna put on some milk. And I'm going to mix the milk with our quinoa. The texture is like risotto, but it's actually quinoa. And again, the dish is called Quinua Atamalada. So it has this texture. Okay guys, so as you can see, it shouldn't be this liquid. That's the reason why we're gonna leave it right here for some more minutes until it gets less liquid, right? Okay guys, another thing that I must say is that you should avoid, I mean, it's actually the same, I mean, in 180 degrees, but you need to avoid making the bottom of this pot getting, let's say, burned. Okay, so you must remove each certain time. I would say like each 7 minutes, 5 minutes. As you can see, it's getting consistency. It's less liquid right now, but I'm gonna continue cooking it until it gets the texture that I would want. Okay guys, I believe it has reached the texture that I want, but I have to mix it. Okay, how do you know? Well, it's boiling right now, so it means that you need to mix it, avoiding to burn the bottom of this pot. Okay, okay, it's boiling like this, so I believe it's ready. By the way, I didn't put any salt because I'm gonna do it at the end since my cheese has salt, so I prefer to put the cheese and then put the salt so that I can see how it is, and it doesn't get too salty. Okay, take a look at the texture now. It's not so liquid. Okay, so now I must turn this off. I'm gonna add the cheese once you turn it off. I cut it into small pieces, like in cubes. And now I'm going to mix them all. Okay, I've mixed the cheese with quinoa. This is the texture. And right now I'm gonna put down some salt so I know how to put it since my cheese was with salt too. Okay, so I'm putting half tablespoon, and I'm just, well, in this process right now is that you just have to try, mix and taste until it gets the flavor you like, I mean, of salt. In my case, I shouldn't eat too much salt, but in your case, well, depends on you actually. So I'm just mixing it all. And then I'm gonna try it out again. So I'm going to try some of it to see if it's okay. Okay, I think I'll need to pour half tablespoon more. I'm just gonna move again. Okay, continue mixing, and I'm gonna try it out with a spoon. This is the texture. And it's done. Okay, it's done. You see, this is the texture that it should be. Now, ta-da! So, for serving it, now we can have like a dressing of meat or like Lomo Saltado dressing. So that's what we're gonna make right now. So over here I've got some cow milk, sorry, cow meat. All right. What I'm just gonna do is to cut it like in small pieces, not so small actually, but I'm gonna show you how. Okay, it should be like this, like this size. Take a look at my fingers so that you can see how it is. Should be like this, and we're gonna cut it, put some salt and oregano on it. All right, so I'll return when it's finished. Now the oregano. Okay, then I'm gonna cut everything. Okay guys, so this is the size that they should have. Okay, like this. If it's too small, well, it's not gonna taste the same because of the time of cooking. Okay, but if you prefer, it's also, it again, it's your choice. Okay, but this is how I do it. Now that we have meat here, we're gonna continue with the onion. Since we are two people, and actually I put like 1 cup of quinoa, and as you can see, 1 cup of quinoa. 1 cup of quinoa was like this size. Well, and I cut half onion. Well, it means that actually we're gonna have quinoa for 2 days. So now I'm gonna show you how to cut the onion, and also for this you will need tomato. For this dressing you will have some, well, in my case I got steak. Okay, it's not actually lomo, it's a steak, but I'm gonna prepare it like it. Then we have onion, tomato, and I'm gonna teach you how to cut it in juliana. So actually you need to cut it not very thin, just like this. A little difficult because I'm holding the camera on the other hand. Okay, like this. Okay, so this should be the size that you're gonna have, right? And the same as the tomato. Okay, I peeled it, but now I'm gonna cut it in juliana again. Okay, and in my case I personally take off the seeds of tomato. All right, and I'm gonna cut it in juliana again. So I think it's better if I do it without the camera, but yes, it's like this. Okay. Okay guys, another thing that I personally take out is the center of the onion, because it has a lot of flavor and it can change the flavor of our preparation. Okay, so we have this and this. First of all, we're going to put the onions, then the tomato. Okay, apart we're gonna do the meat, and that's what we're gonna do right now. So first we're gonna have them separated and then together, and this is how you make also lomo saltado. Okay, so I have my pan right here. If you have a wok pan, then it would be so much better. But I don't, so I'm gonna put some oil first. And heat it. Okay. Well, in my case, I'm putting it here. I prefer to put it like 180 degrees because the doctor told me that it was important for us to cook cook everything in less than 180 for not getting cancer. So it's a recommendation that I follow from the doctor. So we have to wait until this is hot, until it heats more. Other things that you will need for this preparation, as the way I do actually, is not something that everybody does. Some people put some vinegar, white vinegar, or maybe they put I don't know, wine, other things. But in my case, I put this, which is soy sauce, and this, which is, I don't know how to say in Spanish either. I think it's okay. And well, also maybe you can have Lomo Saltado sauce in the market. You can also buy Lomo Saltado sauce, and that's so much better. Since I don't have it, that's the reason why I'm using this. Only a little of this, but this one is the one I'm using. Okay, let's begin. Okay, the oil is ready, so I'm gonna put the onions right there. It should be very fast because otherwise you won't get the point that is needed. So I'm just gonna put it like this. Separate the onions right here. Okay, you need to have all your senses over here because otherwise it's gonna get burned. So watch this the whole time. Okay, I think like 3 or 4 minutes have passed so far, and I'm gonna put the tomato there. Okay. You shouldn't get burned, so I'm gonna put the tomato now and keep moving. Now I'm gonna continue with some soy sauce. And mix it. Okay, it's done. I don't put any salt because actually the soy sauce has salt. After that, I'm gonna put just very few. Let me check. Okay, that's it. No more. Of oyster sauce. Soft of oyster sauce actually it is. Okay. Be careful for not overcooking it too much. That's it. This is how I do it. Okay, now we're gonna preserve this and put the meat along. Okay, so I just poured what was here into here, and it's not actually turned on, so don't worry about it, guys. Now in this part, I'm gonna pour the meat. In my case, this is steak. Okay, so I just pour the meat. Remember that it has salt and oregano on it. In this way, the meat is going to take out its sauce, its own sauce, and that gives it the flavor. You can also, if you don't have meat, you can also do it with chicken, the same process. Okay, and be careful for not overcooking the meat. It should be like this in both sides. So I'm just going to turn them. Each one. It's very important that they get this color in both sides. Okay, I think it's already done. I waited for about 5 more minutes. But I'm gonna try out one of these. Maybe this one. Actually, my husband will because I cannot eat meat. Okay, it should be like this. Juicy. Okay, it's almost getting burned, so I will just put it here. And we're going to mix it up. This seems like a Lomo Saltado, but we need to taste it still. Okay, my husband just said that it was good, so we're gonna just leave it there. And now we're gonna serve. That's quinoa and the dressing. Okay, and that's the presentation. You put the Lomo Saltado sauce on the top and quinoa here. So you can eat it with a spoon or fork and knife, however you prefer it. And that's it. Hope you guys like it. And I'll see you in another video, right? Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And this is how it ends. So I hope to see you soon with another recipe. I hope you liked it. If you like it, subscribe and please turn on the notifications and comment me. Maybe you did it at home and you want some tips, or you just want to share with us if it was okay, if it was good. So you can share with us in the comment section below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.